Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Hanisah Azhar. I would like to do my micro-teaching for mathematics subject. Okay, before I start, let me share on my screen first. Okay, so today I would like to explain about coordinate geometry. Okay, the content of slide is length of a line segment and midpoint, parallel and perpendicular line, and the equations of straight lines. Okay, the objective of this lesson is at the end of the lesson, students should be able to find the equation of a straight line when given sufficient information, interpret and use any of the forms below in solving problems. Okay, basically we have in this topic, okay, we will go through about formulas in straight lines, and then we will go through some examples. Okay, first topic is length of a line segment and midpoint. Okay, what is midpoint? Midpoint is the middle point of a line segment. Okay, to find the midpoint, capital M of the line segment PQ, and the length of PQ is given as below. So here we have line of PQ, and then we have the midpoint M, capital M, at the middle of the line segment. So the formula of midpoint is in bracket x1 plus x2 divide 2 and y plus x and y1 plus y2 divide 2. Okay, the formula of length of PQ is square root of bracket x2 minus x1 to the power of 2 plus bracket y2 minus y1 to the power of 2. So this is the length of PQ and this is the midpoint. Okay, this is the length. Okay, we go to the first example. The point M negative point M 3/2 negative 11 is the midpoint of the line segment joining the point P negative 7 4 and the point Q E B. Find the value of A and the value of B. Okay, first thing first, we have to write the formula first. M equals to in bracket x1 plus x2 over 2 and y1 plus y2 over 2 plus the bracket. So here midpoint is given. So we just substitute the value of M. 3/2 negative 11 equals to, okay, open bracket, x1 is negative 7 plus x2 is A divide 2. And for y, 4 plus B divide 2 close the bracket. So here we can solve the unknown variable separately. So we solve the x first. Negative 7 plus E over 2 equals to 3/2. So here we have denominator of 2. So we can eliminate the denominator by multiple by 2, multiple 2. So it will become negative 7 plus E equals to 3. Okay, and then negative 7 we move to the right. So E we can get equals to 3 plus 7 equals to 10. Okay, so this is the value of E equals to 10. Okay, next we solve the y. 4 plus B over 2 equals to negative 11. And then the 2 we move to the right. So 2 will multiply with negative 11. So 4 plus B equals to negative 11 times 2. So 4 plus B equals to negative 22. Okay, and then 4 we move to the right, so b equals to negative 22 minus 4. So b equals to negative 26. Okay, this is the first example of solving the midpoint problem. Okay, let's see the second subtopic, which is the parallel and perpendicular line. Okay, each straight line or each line must have its own gradient. So gradient refer to smaller m. So the formula of a gradient is m equals to y2 minus y1 divide x2 minus x1. Okay, what is gradient? Gradient is a measure of how steep a slope is. Okay, so this is the formula of gradient. Okay, so here we have two information given. When two lines are parallel, okay, their gradients are equal. Let's say the first line we have m1, the second line we have m2. So gradient of m1 is equals to m2. So m1 is equals to m2. Okay, if the two lines is perpendicular to each other, so the first line is gradient is m, and then the second one is gradient is negative 1 over m. Okay, so how to get the another one gradient when we have only one gradient value? So we can use formula m1 times m2 equals to negative 1. Okay, the third subtopic is equations of straight line. Okay, the equation of straight lines is y equals to mx plus c, where m is the gradient and c is the y-intercept. Okay, we can use the formula y equals to mx plus c. Okay, other than that, we can also use another equation, which are y minus y1 equals to mx minus x1. When we already have the gradient. Okay. So we go to the example. Find the equation of the straight line with gradient negative 2 that passes through the point 1. Okay, the gradient is given here, m equals to negative 2. So we just write the formula y minus y1 equals to mx minus x1. So y minus y1 equals to 1, m equals to negative 2 in bracket x minus 4. So y minus 1 equals to negative 2 times, we have to expand this. Negative 2 times x is negative 2x. Negative 2 plus times negative 4 will become 2x. So y, okay, negative 1, we move to the right. So y equals to negative 2x plus 8 plus 1. So final answer is y equals to negative 2x plus 9. Okay. So today we have go through some formulas, which are midpoint formula, gradient formula, and the line of segment PQ. Other than that, we also know the gradient of two lines, which when the two lines are parallel, the gradient are same. Okay, when two lines are perpendicular, then the gradient is m1 times m2 equals to negative 1. Okay, lastly, we know the equation of straight line by another formula, which are y minus y1 equals to mx minus x1. Okay, that passing through 1 point. Okay, on the line. Okay. That's all for today. Thank you.